Alright, so I wanted to talk about this for the last while or so. Things have been pretty weird in South Africa at the moment, and I haven't actually made a video about it because I've been focusing on remote stuff and I made the second channel, and I don't know whether this is going to go on the main channel or the second channel, but I have a feeling that a lot of people won't be interested in South African politics, which is totally fair enough, you know? Just don't watch the video, I guess. South Africa at the moment is in a very, very weird place. The first generation of people who were not born under apartheid, both white, black, colored, whatever, are starting to grow up and they're starting to leave college about now. So 94, they're about 23 to 24, it's about the age that you start to kind of become an adult, start doing adult things. You know, I know you are technically an adult when you're 18, but you still have got a lot of growing to do. And right now we're in the penultimate time. Well, actually I'd say about last year, but it's becoming the time when a few generations have now left school, they're 18, fresh out of whatever they went to, and they're starting to see the new South Africa. And it's important that it's important this time right now is very important because in the last 20 years or whatever that it's been since apartheid ended, or 23, 24 years, things have been pretty tame in terms of race relations. Apartheid ended, but a lot of people still have the mindset of apartheid, and that's always something that people are going to have to deal with when massive change happens. So why I speak about the current generation growing up right now is that they never grew up with apartheid. There are no effects of apartheid that are by law, but there are effects like economic wealth and stuff like that. There's still a massive disparity between certain races, and that's a big problem. So I got alerted by a Ronaldo Goos video, and if you don't know Ronaldo Goos, he's another South African YouTuber. Go check him out. He's got a lot more subs than me though, so I probably don't need to tell you that. But he did a video about the KFC incident, and I just want to talk about the KFC incident quickly. If you don't know what the KFC incident is, I will play the video.
How did I do anything? You came up to me first.
All the white bitches.
I didn't do anything. I innocently went to KFC, and you guys came and hit on my car.
Innocent.
Please. Sorry. Okay, listen. I'm giving you 100% opportunity. Tell me what I did that was racist.
Alright, so as you can see, bit of tension over there. Actually, quite a lot of tension. The guy kind of has his hand in the car, and they both have cameras. The woman also has a camera, both of the women. But you can see they kind of had like a fucking KFC drive-thru or something. Awkward place to have a conversation. But you can see straight away the thing that I was talking about, and that there's a lot of prejudice going on because these people don't look old. They don't look like they're 30 to 40, the kind of stereotypical racist people that you'd think. I would say they sound like below the age of 25, but not that that has anything to do with this. But just keep in mind that you have to be objective when looking at anything like this. So the woman, her story, she said that all she did was she went up to a group of people to ask them if the KFC was open. And they had a problem with this because the fact that she's a white woman asking a group of black people if the KFC is open, that is racist.
No. Except for when I came out. Tell me.
No.
Please tell me.
No.
Tell me. No. Tell me.
I'm a well-spoken black person.
You are a well-spoken. You're very
Exactly
well-spoken.
right. And you want to be racist.
No, we don't.
No, Robin. Give him a chance to talk.
Inherently, the first thing you saw is when you walked in, you came out of your car because you assumed that we can, number one, either we can afford KFC or either, wait, I'm not done.
Just give him a chance.
Either I didn't afford KFC or either that I'm below you. So you came out the car and you tried to intimidate me with the color of your skin.
Alright, that was kind of weird. That he's speaking about how she got out of the car and tried to threaten him or intimidate him with the color of their skin. Like, not often do you hear people get intimidated by the color of someone's skin, especially considering that they're two girls. And the guys, like, sticking their hand into the car are both men. Not to sound like I'm making some fucking stereotype here, but it's generally the other way around. Kind of strange. Like, that's kind of fucking strange. Okay, that's kind of fucking strange.
Right?
Okay.
That's the first point. And you know what I'm saying is, that's a problem.
Okay.
You are a minority in this country. Your ancestors, your forefathers took this land from us.
Okay.
You guys fucked us up entirely, systematically.
Can I say?
You no, you don't say anything because you know what? That's white privilege.
Alright, this is a part of the video that like really fucking frustrates me, and it's the point that if you're white, you need to feel this inherent guilt for everything you do, and that is just, it has nothing to do with the fact that you seem to be rich or whatever they're talking about in the video, you know, being racist, being intimidating by being white, that sort of thing. It's the inherent guilt that you have to walk around with, you drive around with, that every time you buy food, you have to feel guilt for doing it because of the color of your skin. And that's what I get back to with the whole point at the start of the video, is that we're in the generation now that don't have the laws of apartheid holding them back anymore. And the fact that a lot of people keep bringing up white privilege to kind of give themselves like this just reason to do this sort of thing is just, it's mind-bogglingly ridiculous. It's really freaking dumb that he can say, no, you cannot speak because you have white privilege. Because that's white privilege, I'm gonna shut you down. You know what I mean? Like, speaking over others is an asshole thing to do. If you interrupt people constantly, you are an asshole. Nothing to do with the color of your skin. You've probably been interrupted by loads of people in your life. If you're watching this video, you've probably been interrupted before. Do you hate the race of the person who did that because of that? Probably not. Not that I've seen. You know, if an Asian person interrupts me, I don't fucking hate Asians for the rest of my life and say Asian privilege.
No, listen, we don't have a lot of time because we're in a drive-through. Let us just go through a little bit more.
They're in a fucking drive-through. They're in a drive-through. You can hear people hooting with their cars. Fuck. I can't get over the fact that this is happening in a drive-through. Pick a better spot for your arguments, people.
Just a little. No. I just want to go forward a little bit further. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, guys. There we go. There's a zap over there.
It's so unnecessary. I don't know if you saw that, but he's like this, like in the car window constantly. Like, what the fuck's the point, dude? Really? It's good that you can vent your anger, but that was just really like really immature, you know, if you think about it. And I just want to say, in the next clip, she kind of gives what happens, but just remember that generally stuff like this is given from an unreliable narrator, and we don't know both sides of the story. The group of people who were sticking their hands into the car could have told a completely different story, but this is what she said. Obviously, I don't have that video, unfortunately, but yeah. So just keep that in mind. Be objective, people. It's really worth it.
Okay.
My light's broken.
So literally what happened was I got out of the car because we were in the drive-through for about 10 to 15 minutes just standing one spot. So I wanted to see what was going on, and I saw a group of guys. So I went to go see if like everything was chilled, if the KFC was still running and stuff like that. And then I just literally got told, sorry, give me a second. Hi.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, I'm good. No, Robin. No.
Okay.
Robin, it's okay. It's okay. We're fine. Like, I don't understand what we did wrong, because I just wanted to see what was holding up the line. You understand, eh?
I just don't want to be nice. Why you drive a Corolla? You're poor white.
I'm not gonna.
Alright, so her side of the story was that she got out of her car, went to go speak to this group of people to ask them if the KFC was open or to just chill, as she says. And they took offense to that, and this whole thing kind of just exploded after that. But as you can hear, they're calling them poor whites and stuff like that. I have yet to see where race has been brought into this for like any good reason, besides just to make them feel guilty. You know what I mean? Just to bring up race just because we can. They're white, they're rich, probably, or he's calling them poor now. But they're doing like a whole lot of stuff. They're going to KFC to buy food, stuff like that. That's the only reason I've seen race be brought in. No actual just reason yet.
No. I'm not gonna do it.
I just want to know what's going on over here. Okay. Yeah, so we're getting called a poor whites? We're poor whites. Okay, cool.
I have no problem.
Where's your
At all.
I left it at home. Sorry, bro. Left it at home.
No, but okay, no.
Sorry? Okay, cool. I won't end. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry you have to deal with it.
Okay, I won't get out. I'll ignore that.
I know they are.
Okay.
Do you think they're gonna take it up with like some legal people?
So as you saw, we just hated that for being. Okay, there we go. Corolla. We're nonsense. We're poor whites.
No, me neither. Me neither.
Corolla. A Corolla.
No, man.
Me too. I hope you
A
do too.
Corolla.
What's your name? Robin.
Corolla as a white
You can sort
person.
this out for me because I don't want this.
Alright, so the rest of the video is just her getting the food from KFC's drive-thru, obviously. But this is the whole point of this. The whole point of this video is just to speak about how this is kind of becoming more and more common happening in South Africa. And this is probably happening all around the world. People watching this are probably thinking like, oh, this is happening where I come from and stuff like that. If you have a diverse culture or just any diversity whatsoever, there will be clashes as it happens. Like in India, for example, even I've heard about Brazil, even in America. You know, some people have a huge problem with Mexicans, with blacks, with freaking Latinos even, you know, like coming in and stuff like that. And I think the biggest problem is that with apartheid just ended. It's actually a very short time ago in the grand scheme of things. Well, in America, if we take civil rights and stuff like that, that was a long time ago. That was 30 years before apartheid ended. The civil rights movement finished. So this is still raw. It's a very raw thing, and it's hard to kind of make an objective video about this stuff because I am white myself. But it seems to just be increasingly ridiculous, and South Africa at the moment is in political turmoil. And I will be putting out a few videos on the political stuff happening in South Africa. I have one in the works right now in the background of this video. But shit is not good, and this is the kind of thing that we need to actually start working on together as a group of people. There's enough victim blaming going on for everyone, and there has been enough. It's gotten to the point where people are starting to get desensitized towards it, and that's exactly what you don't want to have in a group of people. You don't want to have a new generation of people freshly born out of like whatever the roots of apartheid were. It's now being removed. You don't want to have those people be desensitized to major issues like this. Especially when, in the grand scheme of things, people hating other races is not that big of a deal compared to like people not having food. And it really is a small deal, and it goes without saying that the unemployment rate in South Africa is massively high. It is huge. I was reading the papers the other day. Someone went to an ANC rally just because they were promised food. The man had 3 kids and he couldn't afford to feed them that night, so he was scavenging for food for them. Do you think he cares about white or black people at that point when he's trying to feed his family? Does he want to spend his time roaming the streets screaming out at white or black people saying he hates them? No. He focuses on feeding his family because it's a bigger problem. Now, a lot of people kind of moving towards the movement that race doesn't exist and stuff like that. I think that's stupid, and that diversity should be celebrated. Really, like, of course there are different cultures, different races, more interlocked, such as having a certain, for example, being Zulu, you're probably gonna be black. That's just it. That's what statistics say. We should celebrate the diversity with that sort of thing and start moving towards a better future, because right now there is a major problem in South Africa, and it's not people calling each other like dumb whites, poor blacks, dumb blacks, stuff like that. The major problem is that there's a huge amount of corruption, a huge amount of leeway in the government for what politicians are allowed to get away with. And that's what we need to focus on. Stop with this bullshit. Like, no one cares. No one fucking cares about this dumb KFC incident. Really. I mean, like, I feel bad for these people, but yeah. Anyways, hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you very much for watching. I know this is not a normal gaming video, but I still want to keep my channel what it is, which was actually in the beginning, it had mostly South African stuff. So, have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey you! Thanks so much for making it to the end of my video. I really appreciate it. Editing videos is both my hobby and my passion, and with that in mind, I've decided to open up a Patreon if you'd like to support me besides in the amazing ways that my subscribers already usually do. I've got loads of perks and benefits, including having your own personally custom-made colonist, being one of my default colonists in the mod showcases, special roles on Discord, joining me while I stream, monthly Q&As and podcasts. I've got it all. Come take a look. all support is always appreciated, monetarily or not. If you're a subscriber, then be sure to hit the little bell over here to always be up to date with videos I push out, and head over to the Discord if you ever want to have a deep and meaningful chat with me. And last but not least, I hope you're having an amazing day.